Welcome to this video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about Shopify, specifically drop shipping versus print on demand, and which one could be better for you in your business. Welcome back to the video, guys. My name is Marissa Romero, and for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. What we talk about on this channel is all things make money online, whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned internet marketer. There's something for everybody. I talk about affiliate marketing, e-commerce, sales funnels, all that jazz, and so much more. So if any of that is your jam, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell for future notices of my content. Alrighty? And let's get into today's topic. So with drop shipping and print on demand, I've done kind of a mix of both. And I might have a little bit of bias in this video towards print on demand because I've made more money with print on demand. So let's just first talk about the differences between the two. So with drop shipping, what you have is a model where you set up, let's say, a Shopify store and you connect products using AliExpress or Alibaba or Wish.com or whatever it is. But mostly AliExpress is the most popular. So what you're doing is you're driving traffic to your store and you have AliExpress products connected to your store. Once someone makes a purchase from your store, then it is fulfilled by AliExpress, and AliExpress then sends the product to your customer. Whereas with print on demand, it's a little bit different because you first have to add a print on demand application to your Shopify store, and then you have to hire a designer to create a design in a certain type of niche, whether that's dog lovers, some of the job niches like nurses, firefighters, whatever it is. It could be any niche in the world, really. So they create a design, and you have that design, and you're able to put it on anything like mugs, shower curtains, custom hoodies, t-shirts, whatever it is, through the app in your Shopify store. And then once somebody is on your store and ordering a product with a custom design on it, then it is automatically fulfilled by the application in your store. So that company automatically prints the design on the product, and then they fulfill it and they ship it out to the customer. So it's a little different. I love both models. However, just so that you guys know, I think the future of e-commerce is more so in the print on demand side rather than the drop shipping side, unless the products you're drop shipping are of higher quality than what are on AliExpress. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to cover was your choices in products. Naturally, you're going to have thousands of more options when you go to AliExpress and, have selection of products for you to import into your Shopify store. Okay, so with print on demand, you're a little bit more limited because you're narrowed down to only the products that the print on demand companies have. So I'm talking specifically about like Printful and T-Launch and Teespring, Interest Print, Pillow Profits. These companies that are applications that you can add on your Shopify store only have a certain amount of options you can put your products on. There's a lot, but there's only, say, like hundreds as opposed to thousands of products that are available for you to put on your store Okay, guys, so there's a little bit of constraint when it comes to the options when you have print on demand versus drop shipping. So next, I wanted to talk about shipping. With AliExpress, typically a range of about 10 days to 15 days of shipping is considered good. So when you go onto AliExpress, you can narrow down which products you import into your store on whether they have e-packet or not. And if they have e-packet, they'll generally get the product to you to your customer between 10 and 15 days. But still, it's kind of a long time. So if a product you want and it has good reviews and it looks like a solid product, if it doesn't have e-packet, it's going to take ages, like a month, maybe 2 months, for them to get the product to your store. And sometimes the product can get lost, and it's It's reliable, but sometimes it's not, if that makes sense. So I had products not get delivered to my customers, and that can be very, very frustrating. On the other hand, with print on demand, you have the applications where, like Pillow Profits, let's say, for example, where the shipping time is a lot less, maybe more so like between 6 and 10 days, and it's more reliable because they use companies like DHL and USPS. So it's a little bit more reliable, and a tracking link is created right away, and you can tell when items are being shipped and when they're ready for delivery, and it's much more easier to keep track of as a business owner, and brings that ease of mind when it comes to shipping to your customers. Okay, so now let's talk about competition with e-commerce. So with drop shipping, if you're using like the AliExpress model, what people usually teach you when you're beginning to go into the land of e-commerce is how to do this thing called reverse engineering. So if you're just getting started, and even if you're a seasoned e-commerce person, you know how to reverse engineer on Facebook and on YouTube to find hot products that are selling right now. And let's say you have a product that does 40 grand or 100 grand or whatever, however many grand within the first month and 2 months, then it's easy for somebody to reverse engineer and find whatever product you're selling, and it's super easy to upload and copy and paste into their own store, which increases the competition for that product you're selling. So as an example, this super hot product maybe a year and a half ago now was this thing called the Doggy Bank coin, and everybody knew about the Dog Bank coin after it went viral, and all these other e-commerce stores are like, oh my god, I need to have this in my store. And it decreased the uniqueness of the product because then people were starting to see it everywhere. And once the competition grew very high, then the Dog Coin Bank went south and it was no longer a hot product. And then you had like the Cat Bank coin and like the Zebra Bank coin and all these other different duplications of the coin bank. So that's kind of a reason why long term, for competition wise, print on demand is a little bit better, because people can't reverse engineer a custom design and snag your design. They have to have a designer recreate it for them and then have it go into their store, and then they have to test it and see what audience connects. So it's way harder to duplicate a print-on-demand design. Let's talk about packaging. So with drop shipping and packages that come from AliExpress, I must admit it doesn't look the best. I mean, when you receive a package from AliExpress, it's going to be a white bag or maybe a white box, and it's going to have Chinese writing all over it, and it's going to look like it didn't really come from your branded store. The thing you can do is make sure to tell the supplier when you order it on AliExpress and fulfill it, just say, hey, make a note to say that this store came from cutebracelets.com or whatever. That's kind of the most you can do. But with print on demand, most companies offer that you could have better packaging, where you can put your actual logo in the packaging when it arrives into your customer's door. So let's say you're selling shoes with Pillow Profits, you can have your custom logo on the box so that it looks much nicer and it has a much better look to your brand and your e-commerce store. Profit margin. Now this is a good one, because with dropshipping definitely wins this category, because you are able to make the profit margin through the roof, because you can get products on AliExpress for super cheap. For example, when I went back to dropshipping after print on demand, I literally had a product that cost me like $3.97, and I was able to sell it for $29.95, so that's a huge profit margin. And I've had profit margins even bigger than $25. I've had them be up to $40 profit margin. So it gives you a lot more leg room when you're doing paid advertising and scaling up your Facebook ads. Whereas with Pillow Profits or another app similar to that with print on demand, the profit margin is a lot lower. For example, shoes. I was selling high top shoes, and out of pocket it cost me $44 to fulfill the shoes for the price of the product. I think the shoes are $32, but with shipping that you have to pay the company, it's an additional, what is that, 12 bucks? Or no, whatever, however, I can't do math on camera. But it's $44 total out of my pocket, and I'm only selling the shoes for $60. So that's only a $16 profit margin, making it much harder for you to scale your ads if you're not doing that well, and it's a little bit of a constraint on your advertising budget. Now let's talk a little bit about the fulfillment and the workload. With dropshipping, it's a lot more work, kinda. If you have a virtual assistant, it won't be more work, but essentially to automate the workload on the fulfillment side, you have to hire a VA or do it yourself. And whenever you get orders into your store, you have to use a third-party app like Oberlo or Shopify, and you have to go in and manually say yes, order, 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 and then it populates into AliExpress, and then you got to make sure the orders are fulfilled in AliExpress, and it could get really complicated, and it could be a hassle when you start to have hundreds and even thousands of orders, when you have to have a VA going in and monitoring your orders. And then also when you have to go back and look up orders, it's a pain in the butt because there's so many, and you have to make sure it concurs with your third-party app and also on the AliExpress side. With print-on-demand apps, it's a lot cleaner and smoother process. All you have to do really is enter in your credit card information. Once the order is ordered on your store, it's automatically fulfilled and processed with the print-on-demand company, and you don't have to worry about pressing a button and fulfilling it yourself. It's all automatic and done for you, which is extremely nice and saves you a lot of time as a business owner. And that is all for today's video, you guys. And like I said, I've done both dropshipping and print-on-demand. I had my first 10K month with print-on-demand, and later when I switched back to dropshipping, was able to do 12K in revenue and go beyond with that. But I'd have to say you have to take into account these items that I talked about in this video when you're considering doing dropshipping and print-on-demand. So I hope this was helpful. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't really like it. Drop me a comment below. And of course, I will see you guys on the next video. And again, as always, my #1 recommended e-commerce training is in the first link in the description. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.